Good morning, technical errors. It's Sunday, the 11th of October. Welcome, one and all, to the Sunday Parade. Obviously, the home of the Model Officers Mess on Facebook page. We are going to be having a quick look at the Facebook page today, and then you're going to join me while I fiddle around with the Corvette. So yeah, should be fun. We're going to do a little bit of oil work on the back deck here. So that's the plan for today. 5 people watching at 11 o'clock, spot on. So yeah, thanks for everyone being with me. We'll have a quick look, see who's here. We've got Lewis saying hello, everyone. Hello, Lewis. The lovely Natalie saying hello. And we have a Facebook user which says, I would love to join you, but I'm on shift today. Oh, that's Machu HT. So yeah, sorry, can't be with us, but you can always watch us on the playback. It'll be on the Model Officers Mess Facebook page, but also on the Model Officers YouTube channel. So make sure you tune in and catch up, see what we're up to. Not many with us this morning so far. Hopefully that'll increase. We'll see. But there you go. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the Facebook page. He says, clicking the wrong button. Full of technical errors this morning. Still not awake yet. Been up so long. How's your Sunday going anyway? Hope it's going well. So this is the Facebook page. You can see just over 2,000 members. A wonderful page to be on and to get all your help and advice with. Let's just make that larger so get rid of my silly face. We've obviously got the Sea Warfare group build started on the 3rd of October, runs until the 12th of December. So that's in the announcements pinned at the top of the page, so you can't miss it. And we got about 15 people, I think, are going to enter so far. So that's really cool. Thank you very much. Get involved. There are prizes. There you go. So everyone's saying hello to our new members that have just joined us. And I wanted to have a quick look at this, actually. This is our... I put a post up, basically, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And it's basically to say, come on, show us what's on your bench. So they generally go up at 6 o'clock or 6:30, something around that time. And we encourage you to share your work in progress upon the mess so we can know what you're up to. So let's have a quick look. You've got 21 comments there. So quite a few to go through. It would be helpful when you put your post up to tell us what you're up to, but I'm going to have a guess at this one. This is Thomas. This, I believe, is the Sea King. He's obviously masking up his canopy, etc. Yeah. A thankless task, but well worth the effort. Well worth the effort. I believe that's 148th, if I remember correctly. Yes, I was sat at work on Saturday evening, unfortunately. Feeling very sorry for myself, all lonely. This is Martin's progress on his Ryefield Challenger 2. Coming together nicely. Well done. Looking awesome. And we will keep going down. This is Mark Ewing. Trying my hand at making plastic look like wood with oils for a 135th armoured RR car. Rolls-Royce car, I think that is. But yeah, that's nice effect. It's doing well there. I like that. Very nice. I think that's the finished effect there, and that's the next one in line. Lovely. Nice technique there, Mark. By the way, if you do try something new and you want some advice, pop a post up and ask some advice. Generally, people are really good at telling you the way they do things. But also, why don't you pop up some posts and show people how you've done it and tell them what materials you've used, etc. Always useful, because I might do something different, and that might be an easier technique. So, yeah, pop it up. This is Phil. Phil started Tamiya 1/24th bug. That's the interior, obviously. Nice. I like that. Very, very nice. Nice engine detail there as well. So well done you. Apologise for those just joining us. We've jumped straight in today into the Facebook page. Jacqueline Stevens has just put up that this is the new shed in progress. It's a 13-foot by 7-foot shed, and this will be the new den for Kevin. Oh, look at that. Got so much space. It's always great to see people's workspaces. I believe there is a post up in an album. I think I made an album for workspaces. By all means, pop your workspaces in and share everyone what you're doing. So there you go. There he is, looking nice and happy there with his mug of coffee or tea. I think it's tea, if I remember correctly. But yeah, lots of space. That will soon fill up. Don't you worry. And go for a nice long workbench where those windows are. Give you an extra little bit of light. So that's going to be great when that gets all get done. Jacqueline just saying there she's got a second-hand shed if anyone wants it. You have to pick it up, unfortunately. There's a few holes and a bit of a rotten floor. But other than that, it's all there for you. In kit form. Nice, Jacqueline. Joe Middleton, he's spent 2 hours and 5 attempts at getting these rigging lines on his ship. Looking nice, coming together nicely, and he's got a second picture there. That's with on there. Look, wow, that's minute. I hate to even think what scale that is, but that's just outstanding. Yeah, I've got some rigging on mine to do. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not going to lie. And Tony there saying he's got a nice big one on his bench. It's an interesting kit. And it's massive. 1/35. That's it's got to be a good 50 centimeters, I would say, or more long. Well, it does say there on the box that it says 62 centimeters long. Is that right? It can't be that wide, surely to God. Over 100 millimeters. Oh yeah, no, yeah, that sort of, yeah, that would make sense. 100 millimeters or so wide. Wow. Yeah, I've seen those built. They are very nice kits. Very nice. And that's it. That's all we had put up on Saturday. So what else did I want? Oh, let's go and have a quick look at the albums, why don't we? We were talking about albums. So if you go to the media section and into the album section, there you go. Got all our albums there of what's going on. So we've got obviously our ship builds, Sea Warfare Group builds, all going on. And there, as I said, is the workspace. Let's have a quick look at the workspace, shall we? Why not? So there you go. This is my little ops room. We've got a 3D printer there and a wash and go station from Anycubic, our spray booth, which I'm going to try and modify and make bigger. Hopefully I'm going to try and make all that space underneath the window there a spray booth. But this is where I am coming from tonight. Obviously, that's the other end. It's all tidy, which isn't right now. So yeah, there's bits everywhere. And this is the display cabinets that I made with my works in. So here we have obviously my current build, a couple of builds there. So we've got our dock scene that I haven't finished. We'll get back to the Huey in a tree model that we were doing. And then obviously in this section here in the middle, we've got all our airplanes, tanks and bits and pieces. And at the far end, we've got some just dioramas. So obviously I've got my Sacrifice on the Altar of Freedom there. And I think three other builds there. So they're generally complete. And what I hope to do is I'm going to take all these kits out of here and put that, give me room for dioramas. But yeah, so this is my little room. Very lucky with the space I've got. Very lucky. And the Models for Heroes poster, of course. And by sorting out the other side, which I hadn't done for quite some time, give me a little bit of display there for some figures that I've done and stuff that I'm doing, etc., etc. So that's all good. And obviously some advertising there for some people. This is Mark Bridge. This is his bench space. Nice. Up in the loft, it looks like. Loads of room, isn't there? Nice. This is Michael Ferguson. We've just finished our workshop build and got some final adjustments to the main bench layout. We will be sorting more shelving, though the overflow of kits go above the doors. So there you go. That's a nice workspace, isn't it? Well organised. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, look at that. Bench envy. Even I get bench envy. There's still things I can do in here. Look at that. Wow. Like the way all the paints are all organised there. That's a nice. That looks like it's a cupboard. Is it a cupboard? It shuts on itself. If it is, it's a clever idea. This is Joe Middleton. IKEA coffee table, a chopping mat, and a magnifying lamp for me. Yeah, sometimes small works just as well. I remember using a tray in the front room and a coffee table not that long ago. But there you go. So there you go. So yeah, so if you have the time, go over to the album Your Workspace and pop up some pictures of where you do your thing. Always good to see. So there you go. And like I say, the albums are there. There are this one here, which is the Shuttleworth collection. This was kindly put on. It's 190 odd pictures. But if you haven't been to the Shuttleworth collection, well worth a visit over in Old Warden in Bedfordshire. But have a quick look at that and see what you're missing. And then obviously we've got all our other builds that we've done, our air warfare build and the work in progress builds, etc., all in here. And there are some in here which are people sharing their knowledge of how they've made stuff. So for example, here you've got a 150th warehouse with 3 types of loading bays. So it's showing you how he's put that all together. Look. Lovely. And got lights in it as well. Look. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, don't forget the albums. There are sometimes can be a very informative in your potential builds. So there you go. So that's the Facebook page. Let's have a quick look, see who's joined us. There's 14 people watching while I've been yattering on. So let's see where we're up to. We got a Facebook user there, which is Ron Hetman, saying good morning, James. Good morning, Ron. Hope you're well. Steve over at Totally Scale Models saying good morning. Morning, Steve. Thomas Charles saying sorry I'm late. Had to put the dinner on. Yes, don't forget the dinner. Very important. You're welcome. Don't worry. We were only yattering on anyway, so it's no big deal. Malcolm saying good morning, crafts people. And we've got Dave Skelly saying good afternoon, crew. Afternoon indeed. 16 people watching. I'm sure I haven't said hello to everybody in the chat. So please get involved with the chat. It's really good when you all get involved. Have a chat between yourselves, have a bit of a laugh and a joke, ask some questions, etc., etc. By all means. That's what it's there for. Anyway. So yeah, so don't forget, we have got coming up the Models for Heroes charity auction on the 30th of October at 7 p.m. Make sure you get involved with that. Apparently, there's about 50 odd kits at the moment. up for grabs. So grab yourself a bargain, but also dig deep, because it's all the money from the sale of the kits goes directly to Models for Heroes, a great charity. And if you don't know very much about them, I would suggest strongly that you head over to www.modelsforheroes.org, and all the information is there for Models for Heroes. They use model making to help with therapy for service personnel, some serving and some ex-service, and that goes from military and civilian. So it's I think it's in its 4th year now, I believe. I could be wrong. Malcolm is in the chat there. Malcolm Childs, he is the founder of Models for Heroes, and it has gone way beyond expectations. And he works with his good lady very, very hard, and all the volunteers, of course, very hard to supply that. So thank you for all your efforts. I'm a volunteer, so I'm a little bit biased, but yeah, it's a great thing, honestly. Get involved. So make sure you head over to the auction, and there are some really cracking kits up for grabs. So, like I say, you might be able to get yourself snap yourself a little bargain, but also remember, dig deep, because it is for charity. Hoping to go over the 3,000 mark this year. Managed 2.5 last year. So those funds really do make a massive difference to the charity. So there you go. Yeah, so can I just remind you, obviously, that we've got the glass group build for this year running right now, but I want to remind you about the Christmas thing that we've thrown in at the last minute. Now, there was a little bit of confusion, which I want to clarify now. Like I said, it is 72 hours, and it starts from Boxing Day, the 26th of December, and it runs for 72 hours. Over on the Model Officer's Mess is a file that's in the announcements that explains exactly what's involved. And in there, I'd put the wrong dates, and it caused a slight amount of confusion. But I just want to clarify, it is 72 hours, and I will give a little bit of extra time at the end of it for you to get your finished, or the last pictures of the 72 hours, should we say. You don't have to finish. It'd be good if you did, but you don't have to. The idea behind the whole thing is that obviously it's Christmas. Christmas, because of what's been going on, the world being on fire and all that silliness, might be a little bit different this year. So my suggestion to you guys is, why don't you try and do something with the family, because Christmas is all about the family. Do it on some Zoom calls. Have all the children in the house, obviously no more than 6, in your bubbles and all that sort of stuff. But get everybody involved into doing something crafty. Now, the reason I say crafty is that it's not just all about models. I've opened it up to anything crafty. So that's anything that you can put together. It can come in a kit. It can come as bits and pieces that you stick together and make something scratch build wise. So that can be anything at all. So that can include diamond art. It can include Lego, anything at all. I want to make it as open as possible, because those of you that got young children might not be into the plastic scene, plastic kit scene right now, but might be into Lego or something similar. So I want them to get involved too. Why not? So that's your opportunity to get the family involved, get involved with the 72-hour thing. Obviously, I do appreciate that children attention span will not last for 72 hours, and keeping them up on sugar and pop and all that sort of stuff would be a complete nightmare. So I'm not asking you to do that. That would be just wrong, and it would cause a lot of problems for you. But you may be able to make a little Lego thing with a youngster, or maybe something a bit more involved. It's up to you. But yeah, give it a go. And like I say, you don't have to finish, but it'd just be good if you could. Again, same rules apply as always. A little picture of what you're going to do in an album, work in progress shots through the 72 hours, and a finished picture in a reveal album, which will go up nearer the time. So that's coming up. That brings us nicely to the end of the year and wrapping everything up for this year. Obviously, next year, we haven't decided, myself and the admins, what we're going to do next year, group build wise. And I have promised to put a poll up for you guys to give me your suggestions as to what you'd like to do. This year, we've done the 4 builds, trying to cover all the different variants of services like air warfare, land, sea, etc., and space. And we did a diorama build as well, which obviously ends the end of the year. That was a long build. I don't know, maybe you like that format, maybe you'd like to repeat that, maybe you've got some special ideas of some special events coming up, celebrations of 80 years or more. It doesn't have to be just Second World War, it could be anything at all. So I'll try and put that poll up this week, and I'd like you to give me your views of what you'd like to see in MS next year, because that's the whole idea of the Facebook group, is the community. It's run community, and we just happen to have a few admins to help me out really in choosing prizes, etc., for group builds and monthly banners, all that sort of thing. Talking about monthly banners, just remember at the last Tuesday of every month, we put a post up asking you to put in there what you've completed this month. And then we use some of those pictures to use on our banner at the top of the Facebook page. One last thing I want to just clarify and put out there, that to remind you, one of the reasons I'm reminding you now is because part of the Best Build Tuesday posts and the group builds, etc., is the Model of the Year competition that we're running this year as well. Nice trophy that we've put together for you for the winner, and that will be chosen by the community. We have a second award that will be from the admins, and that's aimed at their choice of who they think has inputted into the community, how they've improved. There's lots of criteria to that. It's not secret, but it's open to lots of things. So it's not just the qualities of the models, but it could be, for example, someone that's been with us for a while that has just started in the hobby, has shown an improvement in their work and shared their progress, etc. Or it could be just something outstanding that someone's done. Loads of, like I say, it's very, very wide. The admins will choose that, and if I have to, I will step in and make a choice if there's a tie, for example. That's generally the way we work. Anyway, that's the Facebook page all sorted and done. It's just come up to 11:30, 15 people watching. Let's see who else has joined us in the meantime. We have got a Facebook user saying hi, greetings from Belgium, and that would be Peter Crumps. Hi Peter, hope you're well. Hope you're all safe over in Belgium and things aren't going too mad. We've got Dave from the workshop, Model Makers Dave's workshop, saying hello everyone. Hi Dave, hope you're well. And we've got Ron just saying there, I'm still busy with the 8-ton German truck for my diorama building. Oh, yes, it's a big old kit, and I'm glad you got so long to do the diorama. I'm sure it'll be outstanding, Ron, as always. So looking forward to seeing that. So yeah, on that note, what is on your bench on this Sunday morning? Are you wiping away the tiredness from your eyes, drinking a cup of coffee, breakfast, or are you straight onto the plastic? Let me know in the chat. It'd be good to know what's going on. And with that, what we'll do is we will, with the magic of a click of a button, we will change over to our bench, and we'll get started on what we're going to do to our flower class Corvette. So where have we got to? Basically, all I've managed to do is I've painted the outside. I've stuck the 2 decks on, front deck, rear deck. All I've done is I've literally just put the base coats on of the primary colors I want. Here, obviously, we've got a wood effect going on, and all I've done to achieve that is I've used Model color 913 yellow ochre on the base, and then I've gone over it with a little bit of burnt umber, again model color, and I believe the number is 941. And all I've done is a dry brush that on top to give us a little bit of effect. Hopefully, once we put some oils on this deck, that will pop out with the planking, etc., and a little bit more detail. So that will be okay. We have gone with a sea grey here, and the darker color is what one is that? That is a dark sea blue, model color 898, and our sea grey is a medium sea grey 870. All model color pictures. They're the things I use. So yeah, that's what we've done. So onto the back here, what we've done is we have used, let me just see if I can put that over. I am hoping to invest in a better camera soon, make things a little bit easier. But anyway, we've got our sidewalls of our deck. We have used a white grey, which is model color 993, and obviously we've used that on the racking here for our depth chargers. So we put our depth chargers on. Again, we've got a little bit of wood effect going on there as well, and that is all where we're at to. Unfortunately, I haven't managed to get all the bits in place, so I'm going to have to come back at it a little bit later. It's been a busy week at work, so there you go. We didn't manage to get there. So let us move some of this out of the way. Now, with the oils that I'm going to use Winsor & Newton oils, artisan oils. They are a water-based oil color. Now, the reason I use that is because I don't like the smell of the stuff you do, the thinner for proper oils. But they are still, I say proper oils, they are still oils, but they're just water-based. Peter Cramps just saying there, we can't complain. COVID has been the best excuse to start home and enjoy the scale modelling. It certainly has. There's been a lot of people who have managed to really get involved with model making over the period. So it's good to make a positive from a negative, as I always say. So what we're going to do, first of all, is I'm going to use some of these. Like I said, these are the Winsor & Newton artisan oils. Now, what we do is we're going to put a little bit on a bit of cardboard. Not an awful lot, just a little bit of different colours. This one is a blue. It's blue, that one. Surprisingly, James. Cherry blue is that one. We're going to use a little bit of burnt sienna. We really do need a very small amount. We're going to use a little bit of burnt umber. We're going to use a little bit of a grey as well. Now, what I'm hoping to achieve by using the oils is, obviously, I don't really want to mucking around with panel line, etc. So hopefully this technique will give me what I want without having to use the panel line accent, etc. So normally what we do with oils is you put them on a bit of cardboard, let them bleed out a little bit. But I've been super unorganized and not done that. So I'm just going to crack straight on. All I'm going to do is just use a cocktail stick, a little bit, and I'm going to dot a little bit around on our bulkhead here. Just a little bit. Balance, yeah. Then what we're going to do is we get ourselves a fluffy stick, a brush. And then all we're going to do is I'm just literally going to wet the brush, and I'm going to move the paint around. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Now what I would suggest you do is don't go too mad with the oils, but if you need to, you can always come back with a little bit more another time. So I think what we're doing here, very lightly, just dragging it around. Now it's not made a lot of difference on. I've been very stingy with the paint as well, so that will help. Well, sort of help. Right, what I'm going to actually try and do is I'm going to try and do this bit here. Of course, that's not going to work, is it? Because I haven't got the angle on the camera. Oh, we'll give it a go. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully you're not all going, oh my God, what are you doing, James? Now, as you can see, that's quite a mess, isn't it? This is quite difficult, actually. But all you do is you just literally wet your brush and just keep doing it until you're happy with what you're seeing. Now, is that whitening out too badly? It is. I'll tell you what I've not done. Bear with me 2 seconds. Silly Billy. I forgot. Bear with me. Make this easier for you. This is what happens, you see, when you try and do too much all at once. That's better, isn't it? That'll give me a better background to play with. Right, that should make it easier for you to see what I'm doing. Silly sausage. I thought to myself today, I must do that. I didn't do it before. Right, there we go. So you can just about see the detail of the doors come out now a lot more. Come on, focus. Be good to me. Compared to the other one. And the reason for that is we've got our dark oils working around the bits of the door, highlighting the areas. And we're going to do the same on this side. I do hope this is working. Please tell me if it is or isn't. Okay, how you're doing. Oh, a bit too much there. Never mind. We can get that off. So as you can see, looks a right mess, doesn't it? Don't be scared by that though. Because all we're going to do is we're literally dabbing out our paintbrush into some water. We got a bit of kitchen towel next to us to take the excess off. like so. Come on, focus your rat bag. There we go. Okay, so we'll change it over to the other side. And hopefully that'll focus. Come on. It's not going to do it, is it? Come on. Do it for me. You know you love me. There we go. Clear. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to work our way along. What I will do... Well, some fun things going on with this computer today, honestly. Right, so we're going to go along the side here. I'm going to be a little bit more adventurous with the amount of oil in which I use. I just want to put a little bit of the blue in as well. Right, what we're going to do is going to zoom in a little bit. Bear with me while I get this right. Oh, come on. Oh, your rat bag is not going well, James. Bear with me a second. This is silly. Now, a professional would have this all set up, but clearly, I'm not a professional. Oh, you rat bag. There we go. Right, I think we got it. If I can just get it in the right position for the camera. There you go. We've got our dots there. And we're literally going to add some water. So I'm going to change the brush. I'm not happy with that brush at all. Get any angle so you guys can see is quite quite difficult. I have practiced this, funny enough, but never quite enough, obviously. So we just draw in that oil paint along. Clean the brush as we go. Now, what you got to be careful of, he says, is you want some of the paint to stay. Oh, where are we? You want some of the paint to stay there, obviously, on the edges. So with a cotton bud, you can come in and take some of the excess paint off, like so. And then with the brush, just draw it along. Making sure, of course, not to put a hair in there. Oh, where's that gone? Yes, I do drop hairs, apparently. This is not my hair, because I don't have any. Right. So it's a lot of fiddling. Oh, goodness. Just dab the cotton bud in there. Takes a little bit away. So, as you can see, that's the effect in which we're getting. Slowly but surely. So what I'm going to do to make it a little bit easier on you guys, I will come back out a bit and I'll do our deck here. Same technique, same idea. So we're going to go in with a little bit of grey. A bit of burnt sienna. And a little bit of burnt umber. And you see, we put our dots along there. I'm not going to use any blue on this one. I was just going to drag it along. plenty of water. And like I say, this looks quite scary because you're like, oh, what have I done? I've ruined it. But don't panic. Nice bit of wet paintbrush. Keep the paint, the oils wet, and they will be your friend, I promise. Make sure you get into the edges. Again, very lightly with our paintbrush. Lots of water, clean the brush. Make sure you clean the brush each time nicely. And just drag that down. Now, as you can see, you don't need a massive amount of oils to get the effect going. So I always would say to you, or to anybody that wanted to try this, keep the amount of oil you use to a minimum. So use a small amount, you can always add more. Oh, look at that, you silly sausage. So what we're going to do is just going to go in with a cotton bud very, very gently. I want to take some of this off. And then we'll come back at it with a bit more water. So where you get a build up of the paint as you're dragging it along, you can rectify that by taking some off. Forgive me while I just move this so you see a little bit better what I'm doing. Clean that brush again. Oh, sorry. Just drag this down a little bit more. But you get the idea anyway. So there you go. That's what we've been doing. Like I say, something gives it pops out a little bit of the detail. Gives us a little bit of a definition on our D, and gives you a few tonal variations on the subject as well. I'm sure there's some Navy people out there going, well, they wouldn't be that dirty. Decks would be scrubbed. I'm sure you're right. There you go. Now I've managed to get paint everywhere. That's not gone very well for me, but I hope that helped you in some form. Let's have a quick look at the chat, see where we're up to. Dave's just saying that it's morning Dexter Craft. Apologies for slow response, being distracted by a new puppy. Oh, that a physical puppy, or is that a model? I'm sure it's a puppy. Quanaman saying good morning. Good morning, Quanaman. Hope you're well. And Dave just saying it's nap time for him, so we can all do your thing. What sort of puppy is it, Dave? Let us know. Come out a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to carry on doing this anyway. I shan't leave it on a zoom too much. I think it'll kill your eyes. I do need to get a better way of doing it, really. I think I seem to have got cat hair all over my bench for some reason. Got to be cat hair because I don't have hair. It can't be any other. Great. I'm going to put a little bit of So what have you got on your bench, guys? Let me know. Let me know what you're up to. Excuse me. So again, just working working along with a little bit of water. Not going overly well, I'm afraid. But that's all right. We'll manage. We'll get round it somehow. Right. So there we go. Let's see if this works. Take my visors up. Come on, pop in. Take it off autofocus and focus a little bit better, hopefully. Come on. There's a lot going on there, isn't there? Anyway, you can see we've got our deck slightly washed, and we've got our you see the difference there that it makes. Now, obviously, I'm aware that there are some parts of it that are a little bit overemphasized at the bottom there, just on top of that little box. So we need to have a little play with that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use like the cotton bud and work on it. Now, what you might find is that you take off the paint you've applied, annoyingly, but you can come back at it, so it's no big deal. Just keep working at it. There you go. What I'll do is I'll pop some pictures up in the mess to show you a little bit better. The effect that we've managed to achieve. There we go. So what we'll do, we'll zoom that in. Excuse me, sorry. Come on. So I'm looking at 2 different screens here, and they're giving me different views of what I'm looking at, which is not helpful. Is that going to give me what I want or not? There we go. What I really need is a director who can fiddle and all that and the other at the same time. It gives you a rough idea of what I've done anyway. But there you go. So it's not working for me. I'm afraid to say, guys, that's not working for me. But I will carry on. Let's have a quick look at the chat, see what you're all up to. 18 people watching. Let's go through the chat. So we have got Festus in the house saying, looking good, mate. Thank you very much. What have I missed? Don't think so. Titanic 1/700th. No, this is the Flower Cast 1/44th from Revell. Lewis is doing the diamond art dotty thing. We've got Conrad Junction saying hi all. Hi mate, how you doing? And he's asked, how's the flower class coming along, James? Yeah, it's okay. I'm a little bit reserved on it. The reason being is that it's going to go together quite well, but there's quite a little bit. I'm finding quite a lot of flash and a couple of mismolds in the kit, which is really disappointing. So yeah, Archie, it's yeah, it's good. It's a nice kit. I'm enjoying making it, but it's I've got sprues everywhere, and I don't like that too much. But hey, never mind. Colin's just saying stunning. I'm not sure what's stunning, but thank you for that. And yes, it is the Revell kit. Archie, indeed it is. Lewis, just remember, don't forget to stick your thumb up, James. Yes, thanks for that. Ross Medlock's in saying, I'm a bit late. Hi all. No, you haven't missed much, don't worry. Good to have you here, Ross. Let's have that. Sorry. I'm a numpty. Sorry, Colin, you're quite right. I asked what was on people's bench, and Colin replied Titanic. 1/700 scale, I believe he said. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I assume you're going to light that up and do your usual wizardry, Colin. What's everyone else got on the bench? As Colin's the only one that's answered. Come on. Tell us what's going on. Let us know. Dave's saying there that he's still working on a conversion of a 28mm war game exclusive Vindalorian. Oh, right. Okay. I hope I said that right. I normally massacre those sort of things all the time. Yes, Lewis, I know you'll do your diamond art. Should have been done for yesterday, but yeah. All right. I'll let you off. Nat, as always on a Sunday, is doing a Sunday pork roast on a bench. I assume it's been in the cooker first. Colin's just saying, yeah, he's going to light it up. Yes, I do know you too well. You've got to, haven't you? I'm wondering whether you're going to go mad and do a big diorama with that, or whether you're just going to literally do the boat as it is, so to speak. I don't know what I would do if I got that kit. I really don't. Half of me thinks it would be good to do it as a diorama with it. You know, that point in the film Titanic where it's half underneath the water and splits. That moment of splitting. I've seen that done before, and it's that would just be amazing. A lot of scratch building involved in the inner part of the boat, but be well worth it though. I may have challenged Colin by accident. Anyway, that gives me a good segue for Colin. Obviously, Colin and Dave are on in 25 minutes. They're just having their makeup and all that sort of thing sorted, and a bit of breakfast, I guess, if they haven't all that already. Make sure you go head over to the Festas Workshop Facebook page, pop in there what is on the bench and in the belly. They like to see what you've been up to, so like everyone else. So yeah, get involved with that. That's all they're really cool, really good lads, and yes, well worth it. Common Run Junction. So I've got the 176th HMSC Snowberry. Yes, I think it's 175th, isn't it? It's not 176. I might be wrong. No, 172nd rather. But yeah, I don't know. They might do a 176th. But I've got this, and I've got two of the 172nd HMS Snowberries upstairs. One I've got for a big diorama in which I was going to be doing, which would involve the Snowberry. Well, not the Snowberry, but that type, the Flower Class Corvette, and a U-boat, which I started a long time ago, and probably will get back to once I finish this. I think I will be getting the sub part out, and I'm going to play with that. The sub would be sinking, so it's only a proportion of it. But yeah, it's a good kit. It's an old kit, but it's a good kit. Lewis just saying, can't really tell if it's been in the cooker first or just chucked in the fire and cremated. Oh, Lewis. You do make my eyes water, and for the wrong reasons, honestly. Common Junction just saying, not started it yet, but I want to do a good job, so not going to do it for a while. Yeah, don't be scared of it. Yeah, I mean, I just go slow with it. I would say to you, you know, it's a good kit. It's some good detail on it. You can get a lot of PE for them. I mean, this particular one, the 144, you can buy a PE kit for it. Quite an extensive PE kit for it, in fact. But it's like 120 quid worth of PE. But it does look phenomenal, really does. There is a picture of this with the PE in my album on the Model Officer's Mess. But I mean, this kit itself is probably around the £30 mark, I guess, or thereabouts. Yeah, I don't know if you would want to throw 120 pounds worth of PE on it or not. Really, depends how much you wanted to go. Really, I suppose. And they got wooden decks and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, same with the 172nd. There is a lot of added detail you can put on there. Might be worth it on the 172nd, but it would be, for me, when I do it, it'll be a slow burning project. It'll be something I'd do on the side. I think, if I'm honest, what I might do is I might resurrect it for next year and set myself a challenge to get it done by the end of the year. So yeah, just go slow on it. And he's just saying that, oh yeah, it is the 172nd. Oh no, he says, always get confused if it's 172nd or 176th because it's 00 gauge. I think you find it's 172nd. Definitely sure it is. And yeah, there's a scene like that in the new Greyhound film. I think thinking about doing a diorama U-boat. Yeah, I mean, mine come about because I remember a film with oh god, an American destroyer where he ends up ramming the U-boat and saving the captain of the U-boat. I did think about sort of trying to simulate that, but figures are are probably the biggest issue with the 172nd Corvette. There are just not very many out there at all. British sailors, lots of German figures, but not British. But I suppose you could potentially modify the German figures for English, but it would be a lot of hard work, really. But yeah. So yeah, that'll be my idea. I'll be doing that. I mean, I'll show you what I've done so far. Why not? Where is it? All gone quiet. Yes, I forgive it. It's a bit dirty. It's dusty. It's been it's got to be a good 2-3 years since I've touched this last. But this is the part of the Revell U-boat. As you can see, I've drilled out all of the vents, which was hard work. Well worth it though. But yeah, lots to go on. But something in which I've noticed, I've seen I can't remember the builder's name now, but a gentleman made one of these U-boats, and he, with a Dremel, very carefully added a bit more detail by making these panels so they were slightly bowed, and I thought that was an excellent idea. A lot of work, and I'm sure it'll be a lot of frustration, but yeah, that's where I got to with that. So that will sit upright, or at an angle anyway, in the water, slowly sinking beneath the waves. And funny enough, all these parts here were donated to me by Revell, because I contacted them about the Corvette and said to them, was it Revell? Is the Corvette a Revell? Yeah, I'm sure it is. I said to them I picked up 2 kits, and one of the kits didn't have a hull. Could I get hold of a hull? And obviously it was out of production. But I'd explained the idea to them, so they sent me the 2 sides of the U-boat and all the pieces for this section, free of charge. Very generous of them, and I feel quite guilty of the fact I haven't managed to finish it. But yes, that'll be something I'll be doing soon. Well, getting back to soon, I think would probably be better said. So there you go. Do you know what? We're coming up to 1:15, so I'm not going to go on much longer. This particular flower class I'm doing is HMS Burdock, hence the funky dazzle colours. The reason for that is that this wasn't an official pattern or colours, but it was one that was used on 2 vessels, and those vessels were going in convoys that were going backwards and forwards to Africa and South America. So I thought it was a bit unusual, and I thought I'd do that. That's why I chose that one. I think that answers your question, Common Road. This one particularly is an HMS, but like you say, the kits are able to be HMS or HMSC. Yeah, there you go. Steve's just saying that anyone tried the Ammo MiG mug? What, does it hold coffee? I don't know what that is. Do you mean mud? Or do you mean that? I don't know. So there you go. So let us change that round. I'm not going to show you any more with the oils for today. There we go. Because obviously I'm gonna plod along with that all day long. It's going to take a while. And yes, total scale models. Steve was asking about the Ammo MiG mud. Meant to be really reasonably good product, actually, Steve. Some people have had some good some good successes with it. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, so that's where we're at with this. I'm going to crack on with that. Like I said, remember, coming up after me at 12:30 is Dave and Colin over on the brunch. And I think, if I'm honest with you, I'm going to call it a day for today. 15 people watching. Thank you very much for being with me. I really must try and sort out cameras and that better than this, because I'm really not happy with what I'm doing. So I apologize profusely. I hope you've learned something from it. But if you need any advice for anything, I'm always at the end of a PM, so just send me a PM or get in touch with me at the Facebook Model Officers Best page, and I'm sure I'll be able to help you out, no problem. With that said, thank you very much, like I said, being with me, and I shall call it quits at this point. Until next week, I'll be back at 11 o'clock. Have a lovely Sunday. Enjoy. Bye-bye.